The Local Millionaire Podcast.
All right, we live for real this time, man. HE just caught me on a technical difficulty. I thought I started, but I didn't start because we ain't hit record. But it's the Local Millionaires Podcast. We on here now. We live. We got a special guest, and I got to re-say what I was going to say or what I said or what I didn't say because it wasn't recording. But anyways, yeah, man, we gonna play this wintertime grind, man. We're going to play this anthem. We in Pittsburgh. It's cold right now. When it get cold, at least for me, that's when you lock down. That's when you cut all unnecessary activities. That's when you lock in and you get your grind on and you focus on that on the new year. We trying to bring that we going to bring that 2022 in real strong. You know, the 2021's ending real strong, so it's only right. We're gonna play this peasy wintertime grind. Just hearing him out for a little bit. Yeah, we recording now. We got the Instagram live on too, man. Get some people on there vibing with us, you know.
Dicky fit with the Tim's on, fell off, but I'm still on. Chasing all these bitches ain't gon' help when the bills come. Stacking cheese up for 4 months.
That's a real run.
Slap a bitch with a 50 bar, make her feel dumb.
I'm trying to run it up.
I put the rollie up. I got the chains tucked. I put the frames up.
I ain't really trying to get low, but I got to. I just wanna ball, but right now it ain't time to. I'll see you boys in the summer again.
I'm coming out the crib
with 100 again.
Broke niggas thinking shit
funny again. I'ma stack it up to get some money again.
I've been up for days.
I ain't been getting no sleep. Don't even want no pussy. Ain't been hitting no freaks.
I could've bought the Gucci.
I just threw on the tea.
I'm starving myself just so I can eat, nigga.
Wintertime grind. Hustle hard when it's cold out. I'm on a wintertime grind. Stack the money, kick the hoes out.
I'm on a wintertime grind.
Staying out in clubs.
I'm on a
That wintertime grind, you gotta lock in.
I'm just trying to run it up.
Yeah, that's it, man. Just a little motivation for y'all, man. Tap in. So we're gonna get this episode started. This is another episode of the Local Millionaires Podcast. It's Big DSB, say pleasey. DSB Digital, DSB Capo, whatever you want to call me. I'm gonna say that every time. I'm gonna let her introduce herself, man. We got a very special guest on for today. Let them know who you is.
What's up, everyone? This is Symphony, also known as SK.
SK.
Of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And what do you do?
I am a photographer. I'm also a nursing student.
Lit. Female photographer.
Female photographer.
So what's that like? What's that like? How did you get started?
Well, I mean, I've always been a hustler for real. So, back in my sophomore year of college, I used to sell bundles and lashes and everything. So I was my own photographer for my own business, and that's how it started. Yeah.
That's dope. So you bought your own camera in order to market and brand yourself through your endeavors.
Yes, literally.
That's dope. That's called vertical integration, by the way. That's something I spoke on the last episode, and that's basically like I said, when you cut the middleman out. I studied Nipsey real hard. That's something I got from the legend Nip, man. Vertical integration is, you basically, it's when you cut the middleman out and you keep everything in house. So instead of her paying somebody to do her brand and marketing for her, she went to purchase her own camera. Cut the middleman, cut that extra person you would have needed to pay out, and got to it herself.
Right.
That's lit. You gotta respect that.
Right.
So
after that, I mean, I just started taking pictures for other people and doing whatever they wanted me to do. I really was taking pictures of women, and that's why I kept kind of going with the photography thing. And I just started to make people feel real comfortable with themselves and feel beautiful. I'm usually people's first photographer, so
that's dope.
First photography experience.
So how do you make them feel comfortable? Like, what's some of the things that you do, or how do you feel like you're able to accomplish that? Because a lot of photographers can't.
Right. Well, that's probably because a lot of photographers are males. So, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of photographers, they're males. So it's a little bit easier for me to just be on set with my clients and making sure that their hair is already positioned however they need to be positioned, as far as their poses, everything. It just comes naturally to me.
Yeah, so that's something I was actually just talking to somebody recently about. How I was basically saying how I kind of feel like, because as far as y'all know, if you don't know, if you're listening, you know, I run a multimedia company as well. I do photography and videography. And something I'm starting to notice is like it's a lot of females that's jumping into, you know, the photography lane and killing it. And I kind of feel like it's starting to become a woman's game as far as photography, because I feel like majority of photography clients are women. Even if there's males involved, there's usually a woman behind it in some way. Because men really don't, unless it's for some specific, maybe business or something like that, they're just not just booking like photo shoots. I feel like how you say, I just feel like it's becoming a woman's game because it's easier for, you know, women to communicate and connect with women. You know, a lot of times there's times where I be, even on video shoots, you know, if I got a female on set, a female will notice some stuff that I wouldn't necessarily notice.
Right.
Because I don't know what females be looking for.
Exactly.
Like if it's something like just out there, like, you know, a nip slip or something like to where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna notice that, but I'm not gonna notice like the one strand your hair over your ear or just little stuff that females really pay attention to.
Off the rip, I always ask people like, what's your good side? Like, because I told you before I signed this chair, like, hold up, this is my good side. So let me say right here. But like, you know, off the rip, like, I don't know if you ask your clients that, like, you know, what side do you feel comfortable on? Like, so I make sure that they're either, you know, facing that way or that way. So yeah, it's like.
That makes sense though. That makes sense. So how else do you make them feel comfortable? I like, one of the things I like to do is I like to ask them what type of music they like, who they like to listen to, stuff like that. Or I tell them to, you know, bring people who make them comfortable. Like, what's some of the other things that you would do to just make them feel good? That's a good one. What's their good side? That's nothing I would have think of, like, because that's not something like a man is gonna be like, yeah, get my good side. It's my good side. Like, that's a woman thing, and just right there is like that's a direct connection off the rip. If you ask a female that, like, damn, ain't nobody else ever asked me that.
They don't even be knowing. I be having to tell them, like, hold up, let me see you on that side.
Yeah, this is just
this side real quick. Yeah, no, that's your good side. Stay right there. Like.
So you do that with men and women?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
That's dope.
But other ways I make my clients or women and men feel more comfortable in front of the camera whenever they come in my studio. I definitely ask about music preferences. They can bring a person. COVID, one person.
Okay.
I tend to give a mirror like in front or behind me.
Yeah.
So people can still see themselves again, because it's usually people's first experience, like,
right.
You know, taking pictures. I don't know, definitely just setting the vibe. I take time. I take my time with everything.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to ever feel rushed, all of that.
I feel like you just,
like,
you know, taking their money and get them out of there. That's something we do as well. A lot of people pay attention to that stuff, like, because especially even if they're not their first time, they'll see what you did different than the last person when you put that extra time or that extra effort in, whether that's, you know, getting your set together, just making sure everything's right, making sure your lighting's right, not rushing people in and out, being patient with them, you know, giving them some time to get comfortable.
Yeah, I be in there doing hair. I put the lashes on, all of that. So.
Oh yeah, it's lit. She got the whole package for y'all, man. Go get up with her.
Yeah. SK Visual Media. I didn't even tell you guys that. So
yeah, that's what I thought you was gonna say in the beginning.
No. I'm sorry. So yeah, my business name is SK Visual Media. You guys can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. SK Visual Media. It's not Sky Visual, none of that. It's SK, my initials, Visual Media.
Sky Visual, that's funny.
Right, that's what I said. Yeah.
They be
thinking I'm Sky Visual. No, it's SK.
Is there somebody with that name?
No. I think the V look like a Y.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, SK Visual. Yeah,
people don't read.
It's a little odd thing. Yeah. So like, I've been seeing you real booming and you real consistent. Your business is consistent. I've been seeing you like all over on Instagram, stuff like that. Why do you think that is? Like, because a lot of people will ask me the same thing, like, how are you so booked? Because there's, as we both know, there's many people who are photographers and stuff that ain't really having no motion at all. So, like, what do you feel like you do, or things that we might do that separate us from others to keep that consistent business coming in? Because photography is rough, bro. Like, it ain't that simple as people think it is.
They definitely don't understand.
And it's especially when there's always somebody will do that shit for damn near free.
Right. So I want to say, for me, the things that may have kept my business going, especially during COVID, thank God for that.
Yeah.
Would definitely be the fact that I have a studio. I would say that.
Okay.
I would definitely say the fact that I have a studio, sets me apart of some people, a lot of people.
A lot of people say a lot.
And let me go in on my studio a little bit, because I had a little rough journey with that, and I think you've seen that.
Yeah,
I built my studio from the ground up.
See, I didn't know that. When I seen that, I said, "Oh wow, that's pretty dope." Like,
I had a little rough
so how did
time with that.
how did that work? Like, how did you had to build it up?
So I didn't have to, but I had to make it functional for me,
your business,
and my business, yeah. And I'm in a storage building right now, like a U-Haul building where people would store things typically. So I've been there for 2 years, and I'm in my third space. There are functional businesses out of there. Like, I have neighbors. My one neighbor, she's a wedding decorator, Indian wedding decorator. So she has all types of stuff in hers. There's mechanics. There's everybody down there. But I literally built everything.
So is that something you had to work out with the manager or with the building? Like, is it all stuff you can move and take with you if you were to move, or is it like,
it's something I wouldn't want to move? But you're really supposed to move it. Yeah. You're supposed to. It's not really supposed to be there. It was something I worked out.
Like, on some rent or something?
What you mean?
Like, because by you doing that, you kind of added value to their building.
Right.
So, is there any... No. A lot of times people negotiate. No.
Nope. Yeah. So if I was to leave, I would be taking a loss. Or, I can take my stuff with me, which I can. Yeah. Like, I can pull all my stuff up and take it with me. I put a lot of money into that.
How long did it take you to get it all up and running?
About a year. And I didn't even want it to take that long. Like, I started August of 2020. I had a contractor. I had all things going. I was promised a date, of course.
Yeah.
And that date didn't, meet its expectations. And, I run a business, and I have to work out of my space.
Right.
So I wasn't able to do anything. I ended up having to complete the rest of the work by myself. Of course, I had support, family, friends.
Mm-hmm. So were you still shooting while you were getting it together throughout that year, or the whole year was just...
No, I was still shooting.
Okay.
Yeah.
In there or in another studio?
In there. Yep.
Stuff, gotta keep it going, man.
Gotta keep it going. So that's what I did. And now everything's great. Everything's great. But I'm ready to expand. I'm ready to move on.
To what?
Something bigger.
A bigger space, or just like a bigger, like what?
A bigger space. A bigger space. More space. Something more functional. Because again, I don't even have running water or a bathroom in my studio.
Oh, okay.
It's functional for what it needs to be for, but...
You ever think about an event space?
What you mean?
Like getting a space that you can run your photography business out of, but at the same time, you can have it as a space you would rent to people for events.
Yeah. That's honestly what I was doing for my place that I have now. Like, I had birthday parties and all of that in there.
Huh.
So, yeah.
That's dope. So, I see you travel a lot.
Yep. I do. I'm always out the way. I aspire to be a travel photographer and a traveling nurse eventually. So, yeah, I'll be on go.
What's your top 3 places you've been to so far?
Top 3?
Mm-hmm.
I love Florida. Florida's always going to be number 1 for me.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
I love Florida. I've been to all the islands. I want to say the Virgin Islands definitely was top 2. I don't know. I haven't been that many places yet, so.
So what do you get out of traveling?
I get creative ideas. I get peace of mind.
You feel like it's like mandatory for you to travel?
Yes, it is. I get stuck here in this city. I don't know. Pittsburgh it's a good foundation city, but sometimes it's hard to think here. I feel like it's really cloudy. I don't know if anybody else feel like that. It's so cloudy
we all
here.
feel that way.
It's so cloudy, so I can't think sometimes here. And yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I feel like I tell people all the time, like, cause people will be like, you be on the move, you be moving. I'm like, bro, I tell people like I literally have to do that to keep myself like sane and keep myself level. And I tell people because I'm sitting around Pittsburgh too long, I just start to feel like it be rubbing off on me, and I be like, yeah, I gotta go get away and reset, get my mind right. It's just I don't know, it just keep me balanced. Like it's just one of those things, and you can never go wrong with getting those life experiences, because a lot of times when I travel, I'm working as well, so it'd be give or take. But yeah, I like to travel. I feel like it's just more than necessary, and I feel like a lot of people don't get out enough. Like there's so many people who never really been out of Pittsburgh at all and are like grown, and I feel like that's not a great thing, because that's where I picked up a lot of my inspirations from, is from getting out of the city and seeing things and seeing what's out there and seeing things in a physical realm, like seeing that things are tangible, especially for people that look like me.
Right.
So when I go to certain places, when I go to Atlanta, I go to Houston, I see so many people that's like real live, legit doing a thing, like got businesses that look corporate, like just all around living, and you don't see that much in Pittsburgh. So it's like it's hard to break out of that Pittsburgh mindset if you don't got nothing to aspire, or you don't get out to see nothing else. And I try to explain that to people all the time. Most people don't listen. A lot of people a little too cheap. Some people just don't want to spend the money.
Right. And
I'm like, man, the experiences and what you get out of it is worth more than anything. Like I travel as much as I can, honestly.
Right. I would tell anyone, especially with a business or a business that you provide a service, definitely try to travel with that. I traveled before I did photography, of course, but as a photographer, I started when I was traveling as a photographer. I've been in touch with a lot of people. I actually had a lot of like gigs out of my own city.
Same, yeah.
So like I was
that
down.
That camera attracts people.
Yeah, Miami Carnival. Miami Carnival. This was in October. I posted a flyer on like a Florida Miami boss page and had big inquiries. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I want my picture taken.
While they there.
Yeah, I was down there.
You gotta capitalize.
I was taking everybody's pictures. So
you did a lot of shoots. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Made some of that travel money right back.
Right back. Right.
Dang, that's one of the best feelings for me. Like when I go on the road or people book me to come down to Atlanta, or I get booked OT, it just feels different, because it's like it's just crazy. Like I'm like getting money on the road. I'm getting money outside my city. I didn't got booked to come to Dubai before. I did that. That's actually how I got to Dubai. And then it was like I ended up not even really shooting too much. So it was like just
That's right.
Yeah, it was like a win-win. Like you can't lose. Made some money.
I didn't know you went out there to work. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was it was like hand in hand. It was like partial work, and then it was like, on the time we ain't working, do whatever you do, bro. So that's what I did, and it was like that was a beautiful time. It's to the point now I don't even really want to travel nowhere like in the States. Like I really just want to be out the country, because that was my first time out the country, and it was just different. But I like different stuff though. Like I don't know, I'm not like everybody else. A lot of people only travel to party. I like to travel to network, to learn,
right,
to see new things, to try different stuff. And it was just like, a whole new experience. This is a whole nother culture. Like, it's a Muslim country, so it just was different. A lot of stuff was different. I just pay attention to how people move and how they operate in different places, and it was just like, just way different. They real strict over there though. Like you definitely can't be on no bullshit. Like you'll definitely go to jail. like you can't even like no bullshit. You really can't hug people in public. Can't help no like they out there walking with their wives and the wives is like feet behind them. Like public affection is illegal.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so you can't be, kissing and doing none of that. Like if you had like a party or somewhere privately, it's a little different, but you can't just be out in public like just doing too much. Like you can't show none of that. Like you can't walk around in like you in Miami. Like females can't walk around in lingerie and shit or bikinis or none of that. If you had a pool, it's cool, but from your time, from when you leave your house or your hotel, wherever you staying at, you better be fully clothed or they on your ass. Like no, like that's just disrespect to their country. So they don't play none of that. It's a little different. Like they definitely it's a little different for females. It was like, yeah, it was different, man. they just the men got the power there for sure. And yeah, they real strict on females as like far as how they looking and how they operating. They won't even sometimes they won't even talk to women unless they with a man.
What were you taking pictures of? Like what was your job? Like what was
it was a video recap and pictures. So I went with these they call it the Wavy Bunch Sound. They're DJs and promoters, like a group of DJs and promoters. They're from New York, but they moved to Pittsburgh. And they go every year. It's called the Dubai Experience. They do it like every year. It was like the 6th one. And I shoot a lot of their content and they events and stuff in the city. So they was like, we got this Dubai Experience thing. And I had done a lot of their promos before the Dubai Experience. Like before I got a chance to go, they would send me clips like, we want some of this footage in this promo, da da da. And I asked them, I'm like, yeah, what's up with that Dubai Experience stuff? And I seen some of the past footage. It was like, it's cracking. Like, this shit look lit. I'm trying to get in. And they was like, yeah, we could work something out. And we just went from there. So, yeah, I was out Dubai.
That's an amazing experience.
I definitely want to go back, though. Definitely going back, for sure.
Great opportunity.
Because it was kind of limited because of COVID, but now it's like a little more back like, how it's supposed to be. But it was still a good time for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah. So you said a nursing student. So
yes.
So you're not a full-time entrepreneur.
I am a full-time
Yeah, because you're a student.
entrepreneur right now. Yes, I'm a student.
So how do you work? How do you balance those?
So right now I am taking a break, but I will be back in January. But when I first started my business, I was a full-time nursing student, and it was really hard, honestly, because I also worked. Right. I worked in the ICU. I worked in the ICU for like 5 years. So I was working in the hospital. I was in nursing school, and I was also a photographer. And I just made it work. I don't know. Ever since I was 14, 15, 16, I always had jobs. So I always know how to maneuver. Yeah.
That's important.
I had to get it. But, the reason I took a break from school was because of COVID, but also sometimes school get in the way from the business. And,
so sometimes it's like it's running up time right now. I'm going to come back to it.
Yeah. But I'll be back. Well, I'm back, so I'm ready.
Yeah. You gotta finish that.
Yeah.
But I did that too, man. Like when I started DSP Digital, I was still working full-time job. I had a government job actually, and it was pretty cool. It was a great job for someone who just wants to go to work and go home and chill and if you ain't got if you don't plan on living too big or you just a person that just simple life, go to work, go home, this is the perfect place. But it wasn't for me after about I was going on my 5-year mark, 4.5, 5 years. And I was like, man, this shit ain't really doing nothing for me. Like it served its purpose for the time being. Definitely it paid my bills.
Was that what you went to school for?
Nah. I went to school for a semester. I went to school for business management. I didn't even know what I wanted to go to school for. So I went for business management. I went to Akron University. for one semester, and then it was over. And I had fun. It was just that our counselor, she didn't really do a good job at explaining us what the fuck we was, at least to me, what I was getting myself into. So I moved out of Pittsburgh. I said, well, yeah, basically Pittsburgh. I moved to McKeesport in like the end of ninth grade year. It was like a month left of school. And no, was it 9th or 10th? It was one of those. But I moved to McKeesport. I graduated from McKeesport, and then I went to a school out of my state. So I didn't get a chance to take advantage of Pittsburgh Promise, and I also paid extra because I went to a school outside of my state. And then I went to a D1, a big ass school at that. Went to Akron, Ohio, Akron University, D1 University. So, long story short, after the first semester was over, they basically told me I had got a letter in the mail saying I owe money because my financial aid didn't cover everything. And then it was like, they was basically like, yeah, you could stay in a dorm, but you can't go to class. I'm like, what sense do that fucking make? Yeah, they
still got to pay for the dorm.
Exactly. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to fucking stay in this dorm so that could charge me more to stay in the dorm and I can't go to work. And then you're like, you know, or unless you pay this money, ain't nobody had that money. My parents ain't had that money. Nobody got that money. And there was no job around her that was gonna give me that money either. So it was like, I'm going back home. I'm hustling. Like that's my mindset. I'm like, all right, I tried this shit. Fuck it. I'm out here. At the time, I didn't even want to. I didn't necessarily not want to go to college. Like school was always easy to me. Like the college shit, that shit was easy as hell. Like I didn't do bad or nothing. It was just that's not really what I wanted to do, and that's why I went for business management because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't even went to. I would have went to like a trade school. I went for a trade or something before I would have went to just a university or CCAC. Honestly, like something that was just way more affordable. Like they was on my ass for years. Like I just like really paid that shit off within the last like 2 years, and they took it. I didn't purposely pay them. They was calling me. I was telling them, I don't got no money. I was burnt. I was never gonna pay that shit. they started taking my taxes like after a long time. They was never messing with me. And then like over the last couple of years, I think like one of my last tax returns too was supposed to be something nice. And I'm like, yo, this money was supposed to have been in my account and it's not here yet, bro. What is going on? I'm checking it. You know how it be when you get tax come, you checking the account.
They took all of it.
Yeah, then I got like I got like a letter or something, and they was like, yeah, burn one. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, and I could have appealed it, tried to get it back, but it was kind of like a blessing in disguise, I'll say, because then I was like, all right, well, cool, now that shit's paid off. So, and then now I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I had DSB Digital, I had shit like that. So, you know, it was like, it was a you know, blessing in disguise. But yeah, man, that job stuff is like, it had me feeling trapped, had me feeling boxed in, had me feeling, you know, jobs make you I always had me a little job, but I always had me some side hustles too. A lot of them, actually.
Facts.
And I was gonna do whatever I had to do to get some pay. So it wasn't. I never was like working paycheck to paycheck because I always was just getting extra money doing something. But it just got to a point like I know for sure as far as what I'm doing now, I wouldn't be doing if I still worked that job because I wouldn't have the time and I wouldn't have like that push and I wouldn't have like the like. It just up your creativity like way more. Keep your mind open and have you just...
You don't feel limited.
Yeah, you always see, exactly. You don't feel limited and it just have you, you know, keep your mind open for like opportunity and just keep you pushing and, you know, knowing that you don't got that for sure money coming in. It's just like, yeah, bro, you know, you either gonna have to get it or you're not. But it's definitely not for everybody, and it's definitely not easy.
It's not easy. It's really not. Like,
and it's not for everybody. Some people need a job. Some people need to be told to be here at 9, and then you get off at this time. This is when you take it, because everybody's not that disciplined to get up every day themselves. Like, that's like when I first quit, maybe like 2 weeks after, people I was working with, couple people was hitting me up like, yeah, I feel to be able to get up when you want. I'm like, what? I'm still getting up at the same time I was getting up at when I was coming to work.
No facts.
I'm like, I'm not changing I said, you can't, you don't quit your job and then sleep in. It's like,
I swear, the only thing I feel like I do now more is work more.
exactly.
I swear,
because there's no clock out.
Like some girl, the girl who came to my event yesterday, hey Bree, if you're watching me, she was like, yeah, I seen you in Soda, you had your laptop. I'm like, girl, I go everywhere with that laptop, no matter. If I'm out, hookah bar, I got my laptop with me. Like, I work 24/7, it felt like, all the time.
On the go. Editing out the car, out the rad, all type of shit.
Everywhere.
That's how you gotta get it, man. It ain't no time for no error, you know. Like as far as I like to say, I know as far as me, I don't know about you, I'm like a first generation wealth builder, so it's like I just feel like there's no time to waste and there's no time for it to be, you know, this is no time to waste, no time for error, no time to be fucking around. It's like, you know, everything counts. Like every day counts, every second, every minute. So it's like you gotta use that time wisely and you gotta make them correct decisions to get to that next level.
Facts. That's why I like reading your posts sometimes, because you give those good motivational, like, because nobody think about that stuff when you're actually working and doing all of that, like what you're doing it for. Like sometimes all of that gets shadowed, like, you know. Exactly. So,
and that's why it's important for people to know, you know, what they doing it for. You gotta have a purpose, you know. And sometimes it take time, but I just feel like, you know, I found like my true purpose. Like I literally found my purpose, and at least as far as I feel, maybe it's my purpose temporarily, but for right now, it's my purpose, and that's what's keeping me going. So I feel like, you know, when you get put in certain positions in life that you didn't necessarily ask for, then, you know, it's only right that you know, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. So yeah.
Facts. But
so what gets your mind going? I like how you always you be putting a lot of events together and stuff, and I feel like they be real creative, and I feel like a lot of people don't take the time out to do what you be doing as far as the events, like the Christmas stuff. And did you do something for Halloween or something, or fall or something like that?
Yeah, I do it every year. I do things for our community every year, for every holiday. So yeah, even during COVID, last year?
Last year you did a Christmas one too.
Yeah, that one was big. That one was all on Wilma and everything. I had 2 other photographers come. I set up like 4 different backdrops. I promoted them everywhere. Like everybody was coming out. It was a great event. Yep. And
what made you do that?
What made me do that? Honestly, it was an idea I had the year before, and I couldn't even do it because I wasn't that photographer yet. Like I didn't feel like I was going to have that many people come.
Yeah.
Facts. So I made sure I did it the next year.
Yeah, you just kept it in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I did that the next year.
That's how I be though. I do that a lot too. You gotta. It might not get done when you wanted to do it, but as long as you don't forget it and come back to it, and like you still can get shit done.
And it turned out to be an amazing event.
So how was the business and brunch event? What was that like?
That one was nice. It was a little last minute, but we had a lot of people who was interested in coming. So we're going to definitely hold another one next 2022, so next year. But it was great. We had a lot of business owners. Hopefully the next one we have people who are interested in starting businesses. So people who aren't already, you know, formed. But it was great. It was a great networking event. My friend, well, she's my god sister, my cousin, my family. She's a nail tech of 10 years, but she's also a chef. She can throw down. So.
Yeah, she's litty. I like her.
Yeah.
I like her. She's
everybody
dope.
know Persian.
She's definitely dope, man. I think I came across her maybe like 2 years ago or something like that. And I was like, I like her hustle. I like her. Yeah. I like both of y'all's, honestly.
That's why we work great together.
Yeah, because y'all got similar mindsets.
And it's hard to find people
like that.
That's it's so hard.
Dope. That's how I am with Steve, Crib Flipper. That's how I am with my brother H.E. It's just when you find them people that's on that same path as you, that's like-minded, that you could, tolerate. Everybody don't click like that. So when you, you know what I'm saying, when you find people even just because y'all in the same thing don't mean y'all gonna click like that. So when you click like that, I feel like, you gotta hold them people close, and you gotta hold each other close and keep each other active and just place value on those people. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get too many of them. So
right, and I think a lot of people overlook, like, not this, like, we're not a team. Well, we kind of are, because we can collab, but people overlook like teams, like working with people and collabing. Everybody just want to have a name for themselves. It don't make no sense.
We were just talking about that too.
Y'all were talking about that.
Yeah, it's just like people don't understand. I think it's a small city thing. It's just like the crab in the barrel mentality. But people don't understand that you could grow and you could scale way faster in numbers with teams more than you can do by yourself. Yeah. So, for example, with our real estate deals, there's multiple people in on each deal. But the reason why we can do so many is because there's multiple people. So we can scale faster. We can make money. We can make more money. We can make it faster, and we don't have to do all the work because we're not trying to do everything ourselves.
Exactly. Like, how amazing would it be for all the photographers in the city to have like a big ass? Oops, sorry.
No, you good. You good. Yeah, talking shit.
Have like a big ass, I want a warehouse, y'all. I really do. Yeah. I really would love a warehouse. But have a space that we all can, I don't really care to have my own studio.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So do you feel like Pittsburgh is like a good place for that though? For like do you feel like there's enough going on or enough clients or enough money for like every photographer in the city to come together and collab and have like a business or a building like you said? Yes, I do. Yeah. I do feel like, we all still here. We're all still working. Yeah. Like, all my clients, are clients of everybody else. There really ain't there ain't no competition. There ain't. There's enough for everybody. So there's definitely enough for everybody. And yeah, I definitely feel like that would be very ideal. I don't care to have a studio. I need a studio to fulfill my clients. But I want to go, I'm sure other photographers here want to do more with photography than just shoot in the studio or take pictures. I hate this studio, honestly. Over the birthdays, y'all. I am over the birthdays. And I'm looking at the camera. I'm over the birthdays. Stop bringing balloons. No. I'm limiting myself. You want to get more creative. Yeah, I want to get more creative. Get me out the studio. That's why I travel. Yeah. I have a client in Philly, actually. She wants me to come back to Philly and take her pictures for her business. Out. Yeah. So, move around, man. Get outside. Us over here, we definitely don't like the studio either. It's cool. We could do it. It's nice. They turn out. It's not like they're bad or anything, but it's just, it's super limited. It's plain. It's just boring. And I don't have my own studio, so a lot of times photography clients, in my experience, on my end, I don't know if it's because I'm more primarily booked for video. It's just the photography clients are the cheapest ones, and because I don't have a studio, they don't want to pay the studio fee. So I guess it kind of might look like I'm taxing because they don't want to cover the studio fees plus my fees. Right. But you want to be in the studio. Right. So in that case, I guess they should call you, or they should call somebody that got a studio. Call me. I be telling him all the time, just tell him, send him my way. I'll send him, man. Hopefully I can find, I really hope to, again, build a team. I've been real, I just been patient with that because, again, you just can't trust everybody. You gotta read people. Mm-hmm. So, but I would, I hope to have someone on my team that can handle those studio shoots while I do something else, Yeah. But yeah. That's hard though, because it's I'll be looking for the same thing, but it's people sometimes they book you, they book you for your work, they like your work, they like your quality, but at the same time they kind of like you. Yeah. And it's it's just weird because it's like you can't find nobody to replace you or to give that same energy. Like a lot of people just like how certain people work or how they operate. It's like, I only want to work with you.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, it's just like, yo, I got a business to run.
Right.
And one day it's gonna have to be done, regardless if people is gonna like it or not. It's gonna have to be done.
Right.
But that's like tough for us because it's like just even finding people that's gonna, you know, nobody's gonna put that same value on your shit how you put on yours.
Right.
Nobody's gonna put that same amount of time in, the same effort. You know, you can find people good though. You just gotta find somebody that's, I guess, good enough and, you know, and still oversee it. Mm-hmm. But that is difficult. That's like the most difficult for me right now, for sure.
Yeah.
Because like people want you, they want your work, they want your quality, and everybody's not really gonna have that. But people still can find some good people though. There's still hope. You just gotta weed through them.
Yeah.
So
and teach them.
You be hearing about the like creep photography dudes and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've heard a few things. We started a conversation about how women photographers are better for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's so like
why.
So like when I first started, right? So I always been primary doing video. But I like doing photography. I actually like taking nice ass pictures. I just don't like taking boring pictures. I like taking stuff like I like to be outside and like a lot of times me and HE we go out, we do our own little like photo shoots and passion projects and just stuff that we want to do that's just fun for us. Like there's no pressure, there's no money involved. It's just go out, shoot. You might go out and just shoot pictures of random shit, buildings, cars, us doing different shit, different little things, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's fun and it's, you know, creative practice. But when you first started, you know, like there's certain photographers that only shoot like models and stuff. And like, you know,
Do you think that's creepy? You think you're a man.
Yes.
So, okay.
I thought it was creepy from the beginning. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think it's creepy because that just might be
something
your lane, your niche, and that's
right.
what you got to add for.
Right.
But I feel like I would never do that because I feel like I'm limiting myself.
Right.
Especially like being one of those in Pittsburgh. Like there ain't many real model type females that's just paying the type of money for those shoots as if like them type of dudes that's in like LA and Atlanta and
right.
in them bigger markets. Like there ain't the Pittsburgh model female, whatever you want to call them, they damn near want you to do it for free. You supposed to be.
I call them the pros. For real, they're pro models. I mean, they're professionals, right? I'm not taking any credit away from you guys, okay?
I'm not taking credit away from them either, but they don't want to pay no money for nothing. They think they about to send you a DM and talk about their followers and you about to do it for free. Negative.
I had a few of those.
Or they want to try to flirt with you and think that's going to pass. Way too player for that. Where that money at? Where's that money at, bro? That player shit ain't working over here. It might be working with some of these people, these characters that ain't used to none of that. But no. Mm-mm. But like I was saying, as far as getting into that lane, that's one of the reasons why I didn't pursue it. Because like at one point, I was getting into it, we was getting into it, but it was kind of like, it was like for fun. But it was like, I keep hearing these stories and shit. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna fall back from this because I don't want to be mixed in with that.
Yeah.
Them type of people in that crowd. And then I would be able to tell, like you might reach out, like I know a lot of females who do that stuff, so, but you might reach out to certain females and you could just tell the way they responding that like they're on edge or something, and there's like some type of reason that they're on edge, or even if they would reach out, like even till this day, people still reach out for shoots like that, and I'll let them know to send someone, to bring somebody with them that can make them feel comfortable, or bring whatever they need to make them feel comfortable, because just to let them know that ain't the time I'm on. And if they don't bring somebody, I'm bringing somebody.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, like even with videos. Like I recently did a video shoot, and it was like wasn't really nude, but she was in like lingerie. It was a music video, but it was just her. But she was supposed to bring her friend, and her friend played. So I'm like, all right, well, my partner's with me anyway, because I'm not playing like that. Like, you're not about to, like, you're not about to be saying I was on any type of time. You're not about to be feeling like I was on no type of time. I really don't even want to be in that situation by myself. Not that I know I can't. I'm cool. I'm straight. But, like, I feel like, I want the client to be comfortable, and I want them to know that I ain't on that. Even though sometimes the client kind of be on that.
Right.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, they be on that a little bit, but yeah, we keep it professional, and we handle business. We not really into all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to do all that, man. It's a lot of stuff that come with that type of stuff. And I done heard some wild stories.
I've heard a few.
Like, unreal. Like, stories that I be uncomfortable even telling people.
I was about to say, can you tell me? Because I've heard of some wild things, but I don't know how wild.
Man, what's the wildest one? What's the wildest one, man?
Wait, is this what younger or older people? Older, right?
Older?
Yeah.
Older to younger.
Older and huh?
I haven't heard anything about any younger.
But when you say older and younger, you mean like
older
actual photographers?
Yes.
Definitely older.
Definitely older, yeah, older. Like, there was one where the female said, like, the dude was like, but what did he? How could I say it? Like, he was telling her to pose in awkward positions that was like, why am I posing like this? And they was feeling the type of way, and then I guess there was like, they was looking over the photos and they seen like he would take the pic, but like he was zooming in on they, you know what I mean, some stuff like that. And then there was another one where a dude like pulled out a butt plug and asked the girl to put it in.
Oh wow! I never heard of anything like that. I never heard anything like that. Yeah, you mind like, I can't remember. Like, it was like a little more to it. Like, they try to like seduce it into that, or like line it up to lead to that. Yeah. But like, that's what they was doing. Sense. Yeah. And then I was like, like they got a name for them in Atlanta. I forget what they call them, but it's all type of Atlanta dudes. Just they on wild type of time, and I just feel like that shit's pretty weird. So I don't even want to be involved or even affiliated in no type of way, even though that's not what I'm on at all. But I don't want to be mistaken for any of that. And as far as I found it so far, these people, they don't want to spend no money anyway, so it's not the lane for me. It's not worth your time.
Not the lane for me.
Oh yeah, no, I never heard anything crazy like that, but I have heard a few stories, and it was just people definitely feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah. Uncomfortable. Or it was like people offering services for, you know.
No, not even that. Like, the most I've heard was like people just keep reaching out and kept coming back, like they wanted them to like, come on, take more pictures, like, you know,
yeah.
like creepy like that, but like probably for free. Like, I'll take them for free.
Yeah, for
like,
free. Yeah, them dudes, it's going to be for free.
Yeah,
like there's a certain dude in the city, man, who I never heard nothing, but I don't know. It just be like he makes these type of posts that just be seeming weird. He be like, yeah, I'm looking for like a fearless model, or he say like, so like, it's just like, bro, what are you looking for? Like, bro, say what you really trying to say, for real. It just be seeming a little weird from me looking at it. Just like but he only does like, you know, those type of shoots. So right. I don't know, man. It is a little creepy, man. Some of y'all gotta be careful with y'all ladies and stuff. Be careful with some of these dudes, man.
Definitely be careful. Just always be careful.
I done heard some wild stories, not necessarily locally, but others out of the city, where people, you know, almost was in like some serious situations. I don't know why females would pull up to them type of situations by themselves anyways, but I guess it happens a lot. And
definitely look for a female photographer if you guys ever like need anything.
But I don't know no female photographers that do like those type of shit.
I was about to say, because I don't, but I have, and I'm sure, like, you know, I can probably get a way better angle than anyone else. So.
Yeah.
Like, no, like for real, like I really will know your angle.
You should be,
like,
yeah.
You know, but then again, you guys, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. It's weird. You think they might not feel comfortable with you? Think they might feel more comfortable with a man, though?
Who? Like the person?
The female.
The female feeling more comfortable with a man?
For those type of shit.
No. Of course not. Why would they?
So I don't know. So why is there not more female photographers doing that? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know.
Cause I don't know any, like none.
Now I'm gonna say this because I get asked all the time why that shit isn't. Sorry, every time I cuss I'm like,
Yeah,
but I get asked all the time why that shit isn't on my page. Like, you know, why I don't post nude women and like stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't like to portray women like that all the time. Like, yeah, we're sexy and all. I don't know. I can't have that all over my page.
Yeah.
And it's not because my page is family oriented and kids and stuff. I mean, that is a part of it, but I can change my page tomorrow if I wanted to.
That's not how you want to do like your branding.
No.
Yeah.
It's not I don't know. It's about what you want, I guess. How you want things to look, but.
You ever think about doing video?
Yes. I would love to get into it more. I would need a class though.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Sign up. We gonna talk about that. Now, do people ask you though? Like, do people ask you like to do videos?
Yes,
stuff
I
already?
do. I do like promo videos. I do little basic stuff.
Yeah. Like
do
what? Like events and stuff or something, or like
events,
people talking
behind the scenes of your photo shoot for sure. Definitely events though, and that's about it. That's all I've have ever done. But
so, like, what type of video are you interested in getting into? That's on the video lane, like more stuff like that, or like what would you do video wise?
Video wise, again, more like I don't want to say promo, but more commercial. Commercial in a way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I can see that. Then you can offer that, like you can offer bundles and stuff like that. People, come get your headshots.
I do that already with my promo videos. So like if you want to come and do a shoot and you want your like photo shoot behind the scene, like little video made, yeah, I do that. So that's like a bundle for me, but that's about it. I need a videography class.
Let's get it, man.
Yes.
You talking to the best in the business.
For sure.
So look, I seen a caption on one of your Instagram posts, and I'm gonna read it, and I just want you to explain it because I feel like it was super dope. And yeah, I just want you to break it down for me. It said, "I know the true cost, so I value things different. Let's spend quality time at the top."
Oh, I really made that one up too.
For real?
I know how people be stealing captions. I made that.
I was about to ask, like, did it come from somewhere, or was that off the dummy?
That was off the dome. Maybe the first part I stole. I really might have. Hold on, let me see that again. It's like it was probably off the dome though. I know that last part was because I always say that. Let's
spend quality time at the top.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Yeah.
So what that mean to you? Like, break that down. You want to read it? Look, I know the true cost.
I know the true cost.
So I value it's on your Instagram.
Things different. So, I mean, that's like kind of self-explanatory, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, I know the true cost of things, so I value things differently. Like, I don't know. I say this in the most humblest way, but like I like I'm really like real, like and I really process things and all of that. I definitely feel like I'm different than most. So like I definitely value things differently. I think differently, like all of that. So
period.
Yeah, the true cost of things, people don't really understand. People don't really get it. Like
the true cost of like give me the true cost of like, cause maybe something that might not be that valuable to someone else.
To somebody else, right, exactly.
You can see value in
I see value in it, exactly.
Like when people do, like some for me, like when people do like the smallest shit for me, I be like that should be like the most to me.
Right.
Because don't nobody really do shit at all for me. It's me, usually me always doing shit for people.
Right.
So the people that do even think about me in that way, bro, like I just, like I put a lot of value on that shit because I really appreciate it.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And I look at everything like that. Like, like everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I do know the true cost of things, so I definitely value things differently. And let's spend some quality time at the top. that's my personality. I definitely love to travel, and I love love. Like that's so even like with my photography and things I'm 2022. I'm trying to gear into, taking pictures of things that I actually enjoy, and like that is definitely like capturing memories for people that are like timeless, literally timeless.
Timeless.
So like that's why I love weddings, and I love maternity shoots, engagement shoots and stuff like that. Yeah,
I like those too, man. They make you smile.
So like I be crying. Listen, I be crying.
They make you smile. Like they make me smile, and I'm like low key evil as hell. But I be like, yeah, that's super nice, man.
Yeah.
I did a baby. No, what was that? It's a proposal. Thingy's proposal. I did like 2 of those. I did one with you, and I did one myself or something. But that shit was like, that was my first time I ever see that in person. Like, it wasn't even. It was HE shoot, but I just was doing the video or the pictures. And I was doing the pictures. That was the first time I ever seen that happen like in person. It was like crazy. Like I was like, yo, this is wild for real. And it was like mad people in there. Like you had no choice but to feel a certain way because that's just the energy that was there.
Right.
And it was like definitely a little different.
Right.
And I appreciate it to even get to experience that. It ain't had nothing to do with me, but I appreciate it just being there, honestly.
Swear, that's why I love taking people with me to my weddings, because a lot of people don't get to experience that. I don't know if people have ever been to a wedding before,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get married nowadays, like, especially in that like Black community. So anytime I take somebody, or if I have another photographer with me, like, it just shapes them. It's so different. Like,
that's dope.
Amazing.
That's dope. So what's something you want to leave them off on a good note, man? Just let them know something. I don't know. Get the people some type of advice, some type of game, or something you just want them to know.
I would. I don't know. If I had to leave here and say anything, it would definitely be. I don't know.
I tell you what would you tell yourself 5 years ago?
There's a difference in being a hustler and being a boss.
Ooh.
Literally. That's been the only thing on my mind since I came here, for real, honestly.
Hey,
but
yo.
That's
she's talking crazy.
That's what I would tell myself 5 years ago, facts. And I was going to say that earlier, too, when you were, I forget what you were talking about. But, like, that's the reason why I, like, started working for myself, for real, because I had so many hustles. Like, I sold hair lashes, I sold T-shirts. Like, I did everything. I always had 2 jobs. But I started to realize, like, I really made more money working for myself. Like, So I, like,
facts.
All 2021 for me was about learning how to manage a business instead of producing my products. That's why nobody seen me. My business ran off the word of mouth for a whole year. Facts. I'm blessed. But
facts. I ain't gonna,
off the word of mouth. I didn't post.
That's still the most, that's what people don't know. That's still the most powerful way of marketing brand. Word of mouth is still like the number one because you could do all the paid ads, all the promo, all the shout outs, all you want. Word of mouth is like, it's just more direct. Like if I see somebody outside right now, or I go to Walmart, or somebody say, hey, look for somebody to do a photo shoot, and I'm like, yeah, that's Kate did my photo shoot last week. It was so dope. She took her time. The pictures were so nice. She got them back in a timely manner. All that. They not even gonna think nothing else. They going straight towards that because it's word of mouth. It was a direct, an in-person review basically.
Right.
Like a comment on Instagram, like a good comment, like
every
a review.
Every time I leave a wedding, I swear I leave with a new booking. Every time.
Yeah. People pay attention. I get pulled aside. I do events all the time. People pull. Yeah, I've been paying attention. I like how you've been working, man. Like you real focused, you professional. You ain't been, a lot of times people book. I guess people, I don't know. I guess other people do. Like they book people for events and people come there and party and drink and shit and get high and all that. And not like, we don't really get in none of that. Like we down there don't even be down there trying to eat. Like until
no plate?
Nah, we definitely get some food.
All right.
But like get the work done first. Get the work done first. Cause they offer it. They get something to eat there. But it'd be like, you don't want to rub people the wrong way still. So it'd be like, handle the business first. All right, we got enough. Let's take a break. Let's get something to eat. Then we're gonna get right back to it, or at the end, or however it work out. But It's just about, you know, just keeping a good standard on your business and, you know, having some type of principle with your shit. Honestly.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's about it, man. We had an hour, went a little over, but it was cool. It was a good conversation.
I'm the first female entrepreneur on this podcast. So
Okay, talk crazy.
hopefully, I'll be the first female millionaire out this city too. So,
Yeah, honestly, you know.
I might be though. I'm just saying.
Real rap.
I waited my time. I'm ready for 2022. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Same here. We could be gearing up, man. Then I'm excited for the podcast. That's part of the 2022 way. We're gonna take this up.
Yep.
It's Big DSP Say Please. It's the Local Millionaires podcast, where we just have conversations with, you know, local soon to be millionaires. Let's get it.